Yes, Governor DeSantis, Chris Nelson, welcome back to South Florida. And I remember you being down here 2 years ago signing SB 7072, the big tech bill. And a lot of your critics see that as one of the failures in the whole sea of legal successes you've had. I know it's still going to the Supreme Court, but during that period of time over the past few years, Fauci was still censoring Facebook, Yoel Roth was still censoring people on Twitter. What have you learned, and what different approach are you taking with this bill to make sure it'll be successful and stand up to legal muster?
Well, first of all, I would just point out, 2021, I said at the time when we signed it, it was going to go to the Supreme Court. We had eyes wide open on that. Because if you look at what we're doing, we're arguing that these big tech companies ain't just your normal business down the street. But we also understood there's elements in the federal judiciary that are aligned with big tech ideologically, leftist judges mostly, but then you also have some of these more old school Chamber of Commerce Republican judges, and their view is, well, it's private, so you can't do anything about it, with just having total blinders on about the amount of power that big tech has and the protection that they have. So we went into that eyes wide open. We knew that it was going to be challenged all the way to the Supreme Court. We knew Texas and some of these other states would likely follow. It's created the exact conflict that we predicted would happen. I still think it's going to be a tough case at the Supreme Court because I think you've got some justices that are definitely seeing it our way. Others definitely won't. And then you got a number in the middle who may lean towards more of that Chamber of Commerce view of the law. So we'll just have to see. But here's the thing. Was I just going to do nothing? I had to go and do whatever we could, and I think we structured it in a way with a consumer fraud angle that had the best chance of withstanding a First Amendment attack. And I think ultimately the Supreme Court, at least some justices, can agree with us on this. This, I think, is a little bit different what we're dealing with today in terms of digital Bill of Rights. I mean, no one is going to say that a tech company has a First Amendment right to surveil you. We can absolutely regulate business practices so that they're doing business in Florida, they're offering you these products, that they do so in a way that respects your privacy. And I think that's going to be totally fine. I think what we're doing with CCP-related platforms, not just TikTok but others, no problem on taking care of that beyond what I've already done in executive order. I think that's going to be great. I think the protections for the children, I think, are common sense. I don't think you're going to see very much in the way. Now, I do think you will see some of these big search engines like Google not accept that there should be transparency in search results. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're doing business in our state. They're making a fortune off people in our state. And we believe that if they're going to do that, they should do that transparently. So I think these are different issues there. But I think in 2021, had we not started that, I don't think any other state would have done anything. Because as Ashley said, Congress isn't doing a darn thing about any of this. And no one at the federal level has done anything about this the way they needed to. So we were the right to do it. Texas, some other states have followed. And we will get a resolution on this one way or another. Yes.